Hello and welcome to this week's Waterhole Cam. And first of all, a huge thank you to all those who contributed towards the new camera. Name scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. It's a new pan and tilt camera, so I placed it just above the original one and it's slightly more zoomed in, and at least with this one I can also move it around, so if there's animals on the side, if I'm there I can follow them. And this was a return visit from our splinter group from the main pride, 2 females and the young male. Spotted Dickorp having a late night swim. We had a lot of elephants this week, mostly males. This one was very unhappy with the zebra getting close to the waterhole. They really don't like other animals. As you can see, the new camera can follow the action off to the side of the waterhole, so hopefully we'll capture a little bit more than before. And the trail camera had quite a bit of action this week too. Here we have a bunch of guinea fowls being surprisingly peaceful and relaxed. This male kudu was killed by lions a few days after this video. I'm assuming it's him because it was about 100 meters away from where the camera is and it had the same horn, so unfortunate for the kudu and lucky for the lions as they have a lot of mouths to feed. One of many five-legged males. Quite a large male bushbuck this. There was a female that came through at night, but the footage wasn't great, so I left it out. So that's 3 different individual bushbuck we've had coming past here, which is pretty good considering how rarely we see them. Another 5-legged male stops to make sure we all get a good look. Slender mongoose on the hunt. It's taken the mongooses a little while to appreciate this pile of rocks there, which looks like the perfect place for creepy crawlies and other food. Very agile frog managed to make us escape. And here we have it in slow motion. Our skew-tusked elephant again. Some more rain quite late in the season, another 8mm, so that takes us up to 598 for the season. The audio on the new camera seemed very quiet, and then I realized later on that I had audio switched off. This was quite an eventful day. It started off with the batteries for the cameras going flat. I've ordered a new solar panel and battery for the new camera, but until that arrives they've both been running off the same setup and it's just not enough. And so we came back from shopping and found a big lioness at the Waterhole with the cameras off. So I managed to rush in and just charge one of the batteries up and get it back, and then this cub pitched up. Now it turns out the lions had killed that kudu I mentioned earlier, but it was about 400 meters away, so this little cub had plodded all the way up here on its sturdy little legs all by itself. I'm not sure how it even knew where the Waterhole was, because this is one of the newer cubs, and it hasn't really been here all that often, but it found its way here, had a very long drink, and then managed to find its way back. Got frightened by a fish there. I really thought the entire pride would come up here at some point after feeding. Then it turns out that apart from that first female, which the camera didn't catch, it was only cubs that came up for a drink. And these two males turned up. There's one lying a little bit to the left of this one, and they were very noisy. They were quite some distance, maybe a kilometre away from the rest of the pride, but the females weren't answering at all. They weren't about to let the males know that there was a meal there that they could come and steal. That might be what kept the rest of them away from the Waterhole. They just didn't want to get close to the males. And then while we were watching those two males, these two cubs came up, two little siblings, bravely making their way all the way up here. And this was the last visit. A lone cub making its way all the way up here in the dark. So many dangers for them here, especially at night, and so to come all that way and back. The mothers don't seem to be too concerned about their safety at the moment. A bunch of fish were attracted. You can see them swimming around there, those little glowing spots where the cub is drinking. fleeting glimpse of a lioness going past the trail cam. And then the jackals the next morning. It's about 100 meters down the road from where the lions killed the kudu. And that's it for this week.